Here, I'm in Athens, and that is the Parthenon. I can't believe it. Been on a flight. It's really late. It's something like 1. It's 1 a.m. But I'm only here overnight because I'm going to Delphi, as you all know, and I had to do a reading here. It's the Parthenon. Look, let me show you properly. Look. Wassail Dark Fire Dragon 2013. I'm at the Parthenon in Athens. Wassail Lorazi. We're at the Parthenon. We're at the Parthenon. Gee, let me put that down there. I'm turning up a bit, and then it won't. I'm just going to sit here and let you see the Parthenon. I can't believe that is the temple of Athena in Athens on the Acropolis. It's just incredible. Unbelievable. I'm so overexcited. So, Wassail Mickmore, whoops. It's the Parthenon. I need to get the Parthenon in the shot. Just there. I'm a bit overexcited. Having a sip of water. And the very kind landlord that owns this flat said that I can stay later tomorrow until about 5 p.m. So I might be able to go up there. If it's open, I might go somewhere else. There's an archaeological museum and everything, and it's got thousands of things in. Oh. So, beautiful people, I'm going to push that back a bit. How is everyone? It's hot here. And I had to turn the air conditioning off to open the window. Because otherwise that's just wasteful. Look, it's the Parthenon. It looks so small there. Wassail Paris. Paris is the Parthenon. Also, he's done the most amazing art in here. Yeah, it's a new moon. And I landed just after the new moon. Oops. So, Wassail Holly, Wassail Mary Bates, Wassail Solus. Oops, gone off again. Right outside my window. It's like up on a hill. When you're standing here, it's just the most amazing window. He said when he was a little boy, his dad brought him here, and he said one day I'm gonna live there. Wassail Prudence Cave. I might have to put my glasses on. I can't see anything. They make my eyes hot in this heat. Oh, but I can sort of see what you're saying now. So I got the Alchemy of Astrology because obviously Pallas Athena's in there. Oh my God, I'm sweating so much. I'm overexcited. It's a new moon and the nodes have moved. The nodes are now in North Node Aries, South Node Libra, and that matches my natal. He's an amazing artist, and I looked at his art and I just thought, there's a deck in his art. So I showed him the Alchemy of Astrology, and he said, and the runes, the Liffruma, and he just said, you have to keep doing this. He said they're amazing. So Wassail Kelly. I know. The thing is, I'm really tired. But what I did was, when I got back from Gozo, having let go of my brother, I stayed in a flat and I just slept on and off all day, just kept sleeping. So, because I thought, when I got here with this picture box window, it looks so far away on there, it's really close to me. It's amazing. There's another part of it that I don't think you can quite see. Look, there's another bit. I need like a box to put it on. Oh, what can I use? Just enjoy the Parthenon for a minute. Let me see if I can find something. That's the Parthenon. I'll catch up with your comments in a minute. I found a little very light table. Oh, it's very tall. This could be a bit weird. That might be too tall. Oh no, that's good. I need to push it back a bit though. There's a big vase. Right, hold still everyone, we're going on the move. Do, 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 do. That's better, because now, that's what it looks like. It's really up in the air. No, let's just leave it like that. It's so hot. But it's the Parthenon. Yeah, Delphi tomorrow. I'm going on a bus. I think it takes 3 hours. Oh, I can't see. Wassail, Laura, Veronica, Speedwell. Who's that? I can't see. I have to stand up. I can't read. Wassail, Russelligaround. Shell. 2. It's the Parthenon. It's the Parthenon. It is unbelievable. When I came in, the lift was broken, and he said it's just broken. It got stuck, and he said I'll go off and I'll see if I can get it to move. And then he sent me a text and he said it's broken. It's 5 floors up. I had to carry my suitcase up 5 floors. That was a bit exhausting. I'm not taking any of the cards that are bouncing out at the moment because I need to just rifle through them and tune in. Also, he said I have to sleep in my room because in the rooms next door, and from the bed, you can see the Parthenon from the terrace balcony. He said sleep with the door open. He said just drink it in. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I'm so overexcited, covered in a layer of sweat. I can't read the names, they're so far away. Wassail Winkle Bottom, Wassail Sacred Sea. Look, look, look! It's the Parthenon! I will get round. I will do some cards in a minute, but just drink that in. That's the Parthenon. I may have to bring you a bit nearer. I can't read anything. Ooh. What a view. I mean, seriously, so very lucky. So incredibly lucky. And the street I'm in, this building is number 13. So, Wassail Silky the Fairy, Wassail Fire of Marduk, Wassail Professor Greenleaf. Just going to be the top of my bald head in this video as I lean forward. Wassail Siggy, Wassail Nicky McClendon music, we're at the Parthenon. I'm absolutely dripping with sweat. So, let's all tune in to the Parthenon. Ask the Parthenon if there's any messages. I don't feel whether I can connect. I'm too overwhelmed. I need to get to the Temple of Delphi and connect. Yeah, I know, it's so warm everywhere. I don't know what 95 is. But it's night here and it's 33 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm. Yeah, it is 100 degrees. Do you know, that's the thing I can't wait for. Greek food. Hummus. Olives from Kalamata. They're my favourite olives. So, I've got the Alchemy of Astrology. Wassail Queen Star Sophia. 95. I need to know what 95 is because it's no good. I can't do a comparison. Give me a moment. Oh, I'm dripping. 95 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah. 35 degrees Celsius, so it's about that now. He said yesterday it was 40 degrees, so let me see what 40 degrees is. 104. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Yeah, he filled the fridge up. Here's the thing. In Greece and in Athens, all over, the water comes from the most amazing sources, local lakes, and in Delphi, it's almost like spring water, apparently. I might go and get some more water in a minute, but that's okay, because you get the view. You get the view. So come on everyone, tune in. Tune in to Athena. I've been doing lots of research on Delphi and oracles. Wassail Jolie. I can't believe I'm here. I really can't believe I'm here. Right, we got 2 cards. I want to say it's rot, and this is interesting because rot is taking on a new meaning. It is to decompose old thought patterns, but also at the Temple of Delphi, when Apollo killed the Pythia, the python, the word Python Pythia comes from the verb to rot, because it was said that he left the carcass of Gaia's snake to rot, and he was taking over the running of the oracle. And then we have Moon in Leo, which will be the next new moon. But there's something here that's saying, decompose your old thought patterns. Stop with the kind of seriousness. There's an energy here that is just saying, it's time to be playful. It's time to be playful. I feel very playful because I'm at the Parthenon. I am so going to enjoy the water. I mean, it's all over drink. I have coffee in the morning. Otherwise, it's just water for me. And it doesn't have to be from a bottle. So, oh, interesting. Make. So, make is environmental wisdom. So that's fascinating as well, because in the very earliest oracle, before Delphi in Dodoni, it was to Zeus, but before that it was to Dion, and she was the she-Zeus. And all of the earliest oracles were to do with the environment, the noises. So in this particular place in Dodone, there's always a wind, and so the sacred oak tree was hung with brass, because it was about 8,000 years ago, or maybe 8,000 before the Common Era. It was very, very ancient. And they used to read the signs of the leaves. And not just the leaves, the next thing they read was the movement of the doves, but also the sounds of the gongs and the bells that hung in the sacred oak. And so it's coming out with Venus. So it's talking about a different way of looking at connecting your conscious heart to the natural environment that we're in. It's going to be beautiful at Delphi. We're going to be there for a week so that we can really explore all of the amazing sights. So I'm just going to do a few more cards, then we're going to ask, what's the new moon up to? And we're going to ask, what are the nodes up to now they've moved? It's the Parthenon. Yeah, there is a real desire for the cosmos to get us to connect our place in which we love others. And I would suggest that maybe with Make, because that's to do with birds, sort of watching for the auguries of the birds. And that will help guide us to connect more. And here he is, Zeus, Jupiter. Zeus is in the house. So the earliest oracle was to Zeus. Yeah, there's a lot about the birds at the moment. So Zeus, magnet. So magnet is universal soul attraction. But it's coming across as this energy of needing to connect ourselves to the natural world. This is such powerful energy from Zeus. I know it's Jupiter, but we're in Greece, so it's Zeus. I'm going to carry on reading while you're talking to yourselves, among yourselves, with yourselves, which is a beautiful thing. Oh, North Node is making an appearance. So, oh, look! Pa-da! Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa! Pa-dum, pa-dum, pa-da! North Node has shifted with this new moon in Cancer. Oh, read her inquiry, sorry. No, there isn't. There's only paper me and Russellingaround. I'm so sorry. I don't have any other systems. I don't know why it would be difficult. I'll try and find out and get back to you. Because lots of you have sent money and I am so unbelievably grateful. It's cheered me up no end. So what I'm getting here in this nodal switch, yeah, there's only PayPal. It should work. PayPal me and Russellingaround. In this nodal shift, you're going to be given the chance to heal through the dragon's blood. Yeah, there may be, look, the only thing is, because lots of people send money, PayPal put some weird comment on my account saying, you can't access all this because this is strange. But I would say persist. That's my only suggestion at the moment. Yeah, they do. So look, the North Node is bringing an opportunity. Look, the North Node is the head of the dragon. It's in cardinal fire. It's bringing new passions. South Node is the dragon's tail. And between them is the dragon's blood, the Aqua Regia. And the Aqua Regia is about, I can't read that, I have to take my glasses off, I can only see little writing. This is dimension resolving. This is rule breaking. This is the discovery of truth. So we're looking for new truths. We're looking to discover new truths with this moon and the nodal shift. And Chiron, the healer. Now, if you've been watching me recently, you know I've been talking since Sicily, which is what inspired me to come here and to Delphi because of the Temple of Apollo there and the oracles. There are these things called centaur bubbles, and they rise within us. It's like you're being given the opportunity now for the next 18 months to pop those bubbles. They're anxieties, they're things that just keep rising up and giving us a kind of level of stress. Wassail Spirit, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. No, they may be busy. I was going to send them a text. I did send them an image. Sent Eve and Kathy an image of that. So, healed. So, I'm going to put them back and we're going to go into the new moon. Actually, what I will do is, I'll keep the North Node and the new moon out. Oh, sorry, there was one other. Monas Hieroglyphica. So this was talking about, oh look, it's House 11, 11111111 community. This comes across as a certificate, being given secret knowledge that's coming in, maybe through the Oracle at Delphi for us, but I think wherever you are, I get the sense because of the Dragon's Blood and the North Node, that the song lines are missing their tail. We've got the, where's the Dragon's Blood gone? So, we've got the head of the dragon and we've got the blood of the dragon, but we don't have the anchor of the South Node here, because for several years, the energies of the earth, the dragon grid, has been weakening to transform, to move. And I think that's what this secret arcana is talking about. It's about planting new earth grid lines. So warm. Yeah, it's just very weird. Paper has a mind of its own at times. Just persist. Try tomorrow, and then the next day if it doesn't work. So, Moon in Cancer. Moon in Cancer. Because the moon's at home. That's a lot of cards. So it begins with Scorpio, and this is about besting bet noirs. So this is about being given, look, this is where the nodes were, the South Node, and it shifted. And it's coming in with this notion of Eris and Vesta, fires. Now, Eris right now is in Aries. She's been there a long time. But she rolls the apple of discord, and it's interesting because golden apple energy is also linked to Zeus and the sacred oak tree in the grove, in the sacred grove where the wind blows and all the sounds of the natural world whistle and sing and hum, and that was the original notion. So there's something here about, this is talking to me about, there's the node set, the eclipse seasons. But what's interesting is the first solar eclipse on the 14th of October is in Libra, but the lunar eclipse is in Taurus and not Aries. So there's something that I keep picking up, which is an energy where you've got to unfix that lunar eclipse and imagine what that eclipse would feel like if it was in Aries. And this is the persistent goddess that won't go away. She's the eternal fire. Vesta has no form. She was never drawn in a human way. She's always been the flames. And there's something about, she is the fire behind Apollo. I don't know why, but that's what I keep being given. Ooh, and we've got, this is coming across this quincunx and aquavita as being this frequency of being at odds with our spiritual pathways. We're at odds with the fact that we almost are refusing to look into the eye of our stories, of our past, of our bête noirs, because they are spiritual cul-de-sacs, our bête noirs, but it takes a really brave moment to admit that something you've held as a belief has transformed. We're going into cardinal nodes. So I think part of it is that you will begin to understand more of the gifts that you came in with. Now, we often talk about the South Node as being a kind of things we've mastered, but there are things we've mastered that don't necessarily serve the new frequency that we're moving into. So you need to look again at your talents, at your gifts, and work out which are the ones you really need to move forwards into this new nodal energy. And then we have Sappho. Sappho is coming across as poetry, but song. So song lines, and the song lines are the energies, again, that we talked about with Make. There is this real notion that, look, whatever you did before, it was right for before, but the song lines are changing, so our spiritual journeys are about to transform. So Sappho is here to sing the new songs. When I go to Delphi, there's 2 hymns that are Delphic hymns, and they actually have fragments of them, and they're the oldest manuscripts. I think they're on clay or stone, but they're, I can't remember all the details, we'll go into those when we get to Delphi, but it's to do with the modes and all the different Greek modes coming from different regions, and I'm beginning to tune in because I think I need to add the modes to the asteroids, but I need to learn which gods and goddesses are which modes. So yeah, new song lines are being created right now with those cardinal energies. So I'm gonna pop those back, keeping the North Node out, putting Moon in Cancer back. I thought Athena might turn up. I think I'm a bit too hot and sweaty, and really, if you want them to turn up, you really need to do the cleansing, and I didn't have a wash or a bath. I just rushed to the camera to share that view. So, South Node, no, North Node. North Node. This was hidden in the deck, but it was the first card to come over, and it's talking energetically to me about there being a sort of a new atomic blueprint within ourselves that's being gifted, linking into that Chiron healing energy. But there's something about not willing to look, not really, and that's like that secret arcana of the Monas Hieroglyphica. And then, see, Moon in Capricorn, that was the full moon that we've just been through, that we did the reading for. And now that's being moved, it's being empowered with Psyche. I want to say, what is your lost love? What is the thing, something that you lost as a dream? That's what's coming across here. Finding a lost dream and working for the next 18 months on nurturing, watering, encouraging a forgotten dream. And it feels, because of it being Gemini, that need to talk And because it was being silenced within the deck, there's something about a truth of a dream that you're scared to voice. And you need to go deep within yourself and find out what that might be. That's exciting. So another couple of hidden cards that didn't turn over properly. It's centaur bubbles again. So you've got Moon in Sagittarius and we've got Pholus, who's another of the centaurs. There's something about, as you move through these centaur bubbles that rise up and kind of give you a sense of worry and fear and anxiety, there's something within one of them, the magical law of unintended consequences, that is holding that secret desire, that beautiful dream that you're... There's something about you almost having forgotten. And I would say, if you get a chance, I mean, it's very hot at the moment in a lot of places, one of the things that's quite good is to go outside and connect to the earth, because the earth provides an energy called the incubato, which is dream magic directly from the physical world, not from the cosmic world. So I've been getting this energy message in the last couple of days when I've been focusing and meditating, which is about, we have a tendency to look for the spiritual, but there's a spiritual magic in the earth, and that's this kind of Gaia, Uranus, but Gaia, because remember, Gaia birthed Uranus, and then, or Uranus, as they say in Greece, or in ancient Greece, and then they created the Titans, and eventually they had Saturn, and Zeus chops off Saturn's testicles, throws them in the sea. But there's something in this frequency about lying outside on the floor and allowing a meditative state to bring in some kind of new philosophical mission, a forgotten dream. It really is about something you've forgotten, something you don't think about anymore. And so that's this incubato frequency, allowing the energies of the earth to move through your cells with a sacred dream. You know, even if you nod off while you're lying on the floor, nod off. Let the energy of the sacred earth songs that are now growing, they're now retuning, they're now bringing new messages, let them bring up a forgotten dream, something that you really have tucked away so deep you don't even remember you once thought about it. So, let me get up and read what you're saying. Oh, did you go to Pachamama on Lake Titicaca? I went there. I loved it. I got there and I thought to myself, oh my God, I could live here. And then I said to myself, no, I can't breathe. It's 4,000 meters up. She's all over Peru, I'm telling you, Pachamama. But there's also Pachatata, which is Father Earth. I didn't know that till I went and stood on him. Not in a horrible way. So, anything from the South Node? So So this is interesting. We've got Moon in Taurus, which is comfort seeking. So seeking the comfort of the dream. It's almost like the tail of the dragon, the south node, is plugged into the earth. And it remembers your memories somehow. Because they're in your cells. And Saturn is the lower heart, the pain-absorbing love. And remember, there's a really strong connection between Saturn and Neptune, Poseidon, because they're going to go into a conjunction at 0 degrees Aries on the 20th of February 2026. Pulling that one out from a tired mind. So, this is about these centaur bubbles that keep rising, being given the gift to pop them with the dragon's blood, but beginning to actually steady our vibrations. Saturn's not doing his normal trick of being restrictive. Saturn's almost coming in at the moment like Father Christmas. He wants to gift us with things so that we can connect better to the world. Wassail Rita. Much longer. I can go on. I am wet with sweat. You just can't see it. So I'm just a little ahead. Parthenon. Oh! Oh my goodness, look, oh my goodness. Hang on, that's weird. I could have sworn I saw Quawwal. But I didn't. That's really interesting. These two are Quawwal. It's like the energy of these songlines, this energy to sing something into being. So it's Make has come back. Saturn. I said it was like the energy of Saturn. It's this environmental wisdom. It's the well-tempered warrior. Ancestor tribute into Quawwal. And Quawwal is the cosmic shaman who sings everything into existence. So this notion of singing, again, it's this love. But this is Eros. Eros was the fourth primordial god. There was Gaia, the earth, Uranus, the sky. Then there was another one, the night, Nyx. And then there was love. In some of the stories, this is the first energy, which I think is probably true. But this is pre-Aphrodite. This is elven love. This is pure love. This doesn't have sort of the earthbound jealousies and things like this. It's just pure birthing of love. It's really talking about this energy of merging. Now, I always say merging your physical heart with your conscious heart. But there's something about it being you in your physical earth existence are the frequency of the Saturn Make heart. I think Make is an F sharp, yeah, F, lower heart. So these are both lower heart energies, but you, in connection with your cells and your biome, you are the anchor of this love. There's a ghost out there. Why wouldn't there be? It's ancient Greece. So, sorry, I'm just watching to see if it comes back. So you are the anchor of your cellular heart. This energy of Eros, Aphrodite, Venus, but really Eros is your elven self, your higher self. And there's something about reaching through the veil and taking the hands of your elven self and drawing the two of you together to heal the shattered hearts. Because to be in the physical, we can't very easily be this purity of love. It's like setting yourself up to trip, but it can be done. So we've been given new thoughts, new cardinal energies. Wassail karma control. So yet seeking comfort in the love of your elven self, your higher self, but not your oversoul. It's not the same thing. Because that's a merged energy with others. I know, look, it's the Parthenon. So what else? What else? What else? What else? What else do you want to say? It's back out again. This is how you best your bête noires. This is how you change things. This is how you transform your shadows. You've got to let them rise up as centaur bubbles. You've got to pop them with the dragon blood that's now there with this north node in Aries. We're being given the chance to heal our hearts. But it's both halves. Reach through the void. Reach through the veil. Reach through the cosmic mirror and call in your elven self. I need a bit of water. Watch the Parthenon. I've got to go and get some more water. Oh. It's Parthenon. It's the Parthenon. Yeah, water is the best. I was thinking the other day, my mother. Oh, who's that one? I can't read the names. Wassail shine and golden, wassail peace and love music, pop pop pop. Wassail soul secret service, wassail Amy Gill. I was thinking yesterday, how my mother didn't like water. It always had to have something in it. I can't understand why. I was really puzzled by it. I love water. Also, my dad came to me in a dream yesterday. He never does that. He's never been in a dream. That was the first. He was wanting me to do something, but I really needed a wee in the dream. And they said to me, if you need a wee, you're going to have to go down there to Australia. And I was like, I'm not going that far for a wee. Yeah, I don't understand. Water's so beautiful. Can't wait to drink the water in Delphi. Here it is, here it is. Oh my God, look. So the South Node's turned up, finally, with Cancer. New moon in Cancer was with the North Node, but we are in Cancer with the South Node. So this is talking about not so much the emotional connection, but but the south node is your solar connection, so your life force connection. And I feel like what they want me to do is pull them apart and see the message between the two. Because it's like this is stuck. Your life force is stuck at your point of entry. And somehow we've got to shift it. So let's see what's in between. Yeah, I ask some of these people what it is about water that they can't deal with. And my mum was always, I think when I asked her, she would say that, I don't like the taste of it. Or it doesn't taste of anything. Taste of water. So what's between South Node and the life force? What's going on in there? Oh! Right, first card out. Lunar eclipse. So this is esoteric shadow gifts. So again, it's like there are things in your past that you've suppressed, and I want to say it's your psychic talents. That's what I feel it is. You know, I think when I was very young, I could hear Mum. It was in my head, but I could hear it. I could hear the earth. And it was like the whole planet rolling on a great big stone pathway. Wassail Denise. It's a Parthenon Denise. There's lots of links to Dionysus as well, but I can't remember them all at the moment. My head's swimming from timeless, and I've been spending 3 days on a crash course of Greek mythology and oracular information. So yeah, so anyway, going back, well reminded, because I lost that thread. I could hear the earth, but as the earth rolled, I was only about 4 when I was conscious of it, in between the sound of the rock, and it was really, it was like an earthquake, but really slow and continuous. And inside that was the compressed voice or a message in between, and it used to really frighten me, because it's like it's this. It's just the pure love of the earth, the joyousness of the earth at that vast frequency is just too much for a little 4-year-old's head. But it's so close to the energy of this Liffruma elven light frequency of pure love that your consciousness is, that you tune into it quite naturally, and then you eclipse it out because you just want to be normal. That's what seems to be coming back at the moment. And the next 2 cards between those two, Neptune and Hygeia. Neptune's in retrograde. I said earlier, coming into a conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries on the 20th of February 2026, but that could be slightly wrong. Pulling that from somewhere I'm not sure about. But there's something here that's talking about, it's as if Hygeia, just as Makemake was being Saturn, so it's more complicated. You kind of want to look at where these are in your charts when you came in, because that's how you write your bacterial relationship, your biome relationship, your microbiota. So this is holistic gut love. It's like re-establishing a relationship. Oh, you see, that's interesting. I've got a new thing that goes on with my gut, which is when it doesn't want me in a place, it swells up with air. And it really hurts me, and then I go, all right, I'll move. And after I left Gozo and I returned to Malta, it's not that Malta was wrong, but the biome wanted me here or in Delphi, and as soon as I got on the plane, all of that discomfort in my gut bacteria went away in an instant. Just like when I left Britain and I was having terrible toxic innards, as soon as I arrived in France, it stopped. So I think there's something about the need for us to listen more closely to the biome and the natural world and our lower heart that absorbs all the pain. If you feel a pain, ask yourself why you think that pain is manifesting. Because the energies in between here are somehow talking about reconnecting with your profoundly psychic and empathic child. But I do think they're energies that have been lost. So Neptune is here, conjunction 0 degrees Aries. So by the time that happens, you really need to have sifted through your South Node gifts, because, hang on, I've moved all the cards around the wrong way. You've shadowed, eclipsed some kind of magnificent emotional power within you, and it's been messing with your biome. So open that space between your life force and where you came in and sift it. Work out the things in your natal chart that no longer serve you, that need to be opened up so that you can fill them with new frequencies. Yeah, I don't know. I quite like to have a go at a dark winter season. I've just been doing the sun and the sun and the sun. So I'm now going to just get Liffruma. I can't read that name. Wassail Jazz G. So I'm just putting the Alchemy Astrology back. I really thought Athena would turn up, but I just don't think I've shown her quite enough reverence. But maybe I'll do a reading tomorrow with her. Or maybe, if we all tune in now, maybe she'll talk through Liffruma. Look, the power of worship that went on in that temple. I can hear in my head, she's like, where's my roof? And where are my marbles? She's saying. So Condor is on the floor. Ooh, Wassail little wing. So Condor, cosmic doubt. That's returning to this message that we just had about the South Node. The South Node, the loss of our superpowers, our empathic powers, our psychic powers that we had as children that we learned to shut off. So one of the things I think you will all remember Well, you won't in a way, but you will. It will be like a remembrance. So when we come in, we've been pure spirit. And then suddenly we're in the physical world, and for the first 4 or 5 years, you kind of don't hold memory. It's a bit like when we're channeling cards and readings. You're in a now moment, and you don't register memory of the things because you're living in a now moment. And in that moment, you're learning all of the physical, tangible senses that come with being seated in the earth, in a body. And then you slowly start to learn to make memories, to link things together, and that requires opening the mind to memory, wiring things into the physical mind. And so very often at that stage we're losing that deeply magical psychic connection to living in the now. You know, children don't think about yesterday very often, they're just playing in the now. But we get taught over time, and that's what robs us of our psychic magic. So this brings in that cosmic doubt, but this is also about the music of the spheres transforming, so like the nodes moving, and this is really a phoenix moment, and there couldn't be a more profoundly true phoenix moment than having the North Node in cardinal fire. If you can make the space in your South Node to plant this new cosmic frequency in, and let your body rise up to join that frequency with all the earth magic, you get 4 and 4 is 8. Look at the fires in these. Look at this deer antler, the white heart. Oh, yeah, she did with that. Kathy did a great video with that butterfly. So this is like reconnecting with your psychic memories from childhood, but they won't be the same. They will be transformed. Again, it's that message of reaching through the cosmic mirror and hugging your elven self. Wassail beautiful people. Give a wassail to your higher self. Your elven self. Needs good health. Bring them in. Feel like there's one. Ooh, these notes are about mending, mending. Oh yes, about the white heart. The white heart's in this card, but here it's alive. So what do we have? Oh, right, so, so here we've got needle, and then we've got ice, and then we've got Mona, the moon, recognized. So this card for me often talks about stripping away everything, because if you look at these, there is east, there is east, there is east. East is the first conscious stroke that we can do. I always think that this should be the first rune, not the 11th, but that's not what it is. So this is about, there's almost, because it talks about being stuck on the ice very often, but it's almost like the ice is the Nordic salt rime that Orthumbula licks to reveal things, but there's something about almost licking all of your wounds until you are just one pure thread of consciousness that you can then push and thread through the needle. Because you can't fit through the needle when you're these other sizes. It gets stuck. So it's about reduce until you are in a blissful energy, and then you can push this end through the needle, and all of that bliss will come through the needle with you. I think somehow it's through the other side of this cosmic mirror. Recognize that profoundness. This is the energy of the in the deepest, darkest depths of Nidavellir, the craftiest, most magical elves hammer and forge at the tiniest personal, precious gift they can offer any soul. Themselves. Not just the eye of the needle, but the eye of the needle is almost you yourself, stripped right back and reaching through that cosmic mirror to your elven self. And when you join hands, the space between is the eye hole of the needle, and that connection will bring you into bliss as you cling to your elven self, to that energy that you were connected to so strongly in childhood, that grew this doubt energy that kind of stuck up. You've only got to put one more energy down here and you're in the bliss frequency. So you can see how it's seeking the other in the mirror. Look. Those two symbols, they are the reverse of each other. When they come together, they make Knarfa, and Knarfa is the old patterns, the blood sense that we have on us, as being a key, but it's about unlocking. Two locks on one door. Two locks on one door. Candle and Condor, Hod and Baldur, the light and the darkness. So bringing those energies together, the dark shadows are where the nutrients are. Recognize your power emotionally and strip back so that you're just a thread of divine consciousness that can reach through and grip on to your elven self, your higher self. I like that. And on the bottom of the deck, onwardness. It will bring you back into that now moment that we lost. That not worrying about the past or the future, just living in the joy, living in the bliss of the now moment. It's absolutely gorgeous. So just a little couple more just to end. So look, it's night. So this is what you become. This is what we all become when we lose the empathic, psychic know-how that we came into the world with. When we tune out of many of our gifts and talents, it blocks our life force, because this is sigil, but with it stopped so that it's not flowing properly. So then, if you can strip back this energy, cleanse yourself down, neaten yourself up to consciousness, the light returns and you get your birthright. You get your truth. And it's so funny because there's a giggling in it, which is like, you came in your truth, and then you trolled yourself. Because that's what the physical world does. The physical world creates this. Come back in to this energy of your elven truth, of your psychic, empathic powers. Wassail, Steph, look, it's the Parthenon. It's the Parthenon, Steph. Someone said something very sweet and I didn't pay attention properly. Someone said they learned so much. And I didn't reply because I knew I'd lose my thread. Spirit 11111, thank you so much. So we are taught this, to be in the physical. This is what we're aiming back for. But this doesn't become uber spiritual. It becomes this energy of being chiron, being healed, being in balance, returning our frequency to our elven self and living in the blissful moments of the now again. Playfulness. We began with Moon in Leo, that playful, creative burst that came with that frequency. I can't believe that that's the Parthenon. When I go to bed, I'm going to have a bath first in Athens water, and I can see the Parthenon from the bath. And then I'm going to get into bed and I'm just going to stare at the Parthenon from my bed. So I'm just going to shuffle the Alchemy of Astrology one more time. That's the water of the gods. Honestly, I can't believe it. I mean, I've tuned into all of you and I've forgotten that it's behind me. And now I want to go and just stare at it. I mean, it's so incredible. Yeah. Denise, did you know that at the Delphi, Apollo in the winter used to go off somewhere else, and so actually the Oracle of Delphi for 3 months of the year was Dionysus. He moved in. There is an amazing Temple of Poseidon down south from here, right on the sea. I'd love to go there. I haven't got that much time though, because my visa will run out. So I might have to go into Macedonia or Albania, because they're not in the EU. Spend however long out of Europe before I can come back into Europe. So look, I just want to say that they're coming out again. They're saying, look, why are you asking for more messages? We told you what the message was. Focus on the love. Bring it in. Anchor it into your physical heart from your conscious heart. So is there one last message? That card danced up my hand. It's not going to show me anything else. It's talking about now is the time for the next 18 months of this nodal shift to reach out and link our hearts. You are the Saturn, Make, cosmic egg, physical cell heart, pain absorbing heart, non-judgmental heart. And your elven self is the key to your Venus, higher consciousness heart, And you need to bring those through the cosmic mirror reflection, and you need to grip them together and make this new heart. Wassail Joanna Faulkner, Wassail Rebel Star. You see, Rebel Star, I'm sure you're Tiffany, but then I'm not withdrawing momentum. I get some of the names still round the wrong way, and I don't know what I can do about that. There's a little flicker in the electricity here. Ooh. So, I'm also hungry because I'm doing a card reading. Got no food. I'm not going out now. It's like, what? 2:10 in the morning. You got your passport? Fantastic. Everyone needs to send Steph some money so she can go somewhere overseas. It's all the same cards. They're not going to give me any more messages. They're like, stop pushing it. We've given you a really important message. Just absorb that. Oh, fantastic, Amy. We all need passports. Actually, we don't. What we all need is to just be allowed to move around and travel wherever we want. Because that will make humanity happy. At first, it will bother some people, but ultimately, I think it would all work out rather well in the end. I can't stop shuffling the cards, I've got to put them down. I'm just staring at the Parthenon. I only get to do it overnight. Yeah, it is. It is hard. It takes practice. But look, the nodes are giving us 18 months. That's quite a long period of time to work on this. And it's interesting that the first eclipse tunnel is going to be Libra and Taurus. Then in March and April, it will be Aries and Libra, proper one. Then the following one in the winter of next year, that one will be Libra and Pisces, which is a release house. So we're being given a cosmic opportunity here to do some really interesting work. Wassail Nathan does start. It's the Parthenon. It's the Parthenon. Just there on the Acropolis. And that there's another part of it, but I'm really not sure. I only just arrived. I haven't had a chance to look it all up properly. It is beautiful, and I really thought that Pallas Athena would come out, but she hasn't. I'm going to just shuffle one more time and see if we can get one more card. Yeah, I'm only here for one day, then we're going to Delphi, and we're going to be in Delphi for a week, working with the Oracle of Oracles. I'm trying to get to the bottom of a lot of the stuff, because do you know what? I've been reading up, I've been doing a lot, I'm just getting North Node again, look, North Node. I've been getting a lot of distortions around stories. So one of the things I keep thinking about a lot is how they always say that the Sibyls and then the Pythia, when it was Apollo's temple, that they inhaled gases or burnt things. And I'm just like, why are you robbing these psychic people of their gifts by saying they were on something? Why couldn't they have not been on something and just been tuning in? Because they lived in a different world. They lived in a world that didn't have the noises that we have. The only noises really were human-made or made by the natural world, like in the sacred oak with all the bells chiming in the trees and the gongs that were so beautiful. They rang for over 24 hours and all kinds of interesting things. But no, there's something where we just kind of want to say these women that gave prophecy were drug addicts. It just seems very odd. So hopefully we'll get to the bottom of some of that. So beautiful people, I may have to stop because I'm beginning to flag with the fact that it's so late here now. I'm 3 hours ahead of GMT. I really wanted Pallas Athena. I want to just hold her up in view. So many cards we didn't see here. Maybe they're saving themselves. For Delphi. See, look, I am tired now. I'm actually yawning. I'm ready for bed. I wanted Pallas Athena. There she is. Can you see her? She's just down here with her eyes and her nose and her mouth. And then she's got the serpent. And she's giving it to this other. See, now that's really weird. They were then just showing me that as the point at which Pallas Athena punished Medusa and turned her into the Medusa. But that is Pallas Athena. Look, there's something of the blue just down here that feels like it's blending. So, Pallas Athena. Do you see her? Yeah, depending on how everything goes tomorrow and how awake I am, it's quite high. And they have been closing it because of the heat. Because people are walking up there and collapsing. I don't think I'll collapse. But I might just pop to the Archaeology Museum because all of the stuff is in there. And I think if you go up there, I think there's a crazy energy. It's hard to tune into because of all the tourism. Well, see, I don't know. That's why I need 8 days at Delphi. So I want to really tune into it. Yeah, I mean, there was a guy in Italy died who was working out in the streets in the searing heat. I think it was 45 degrees Celsius. And he died. You've got to be careful. I know, but I might not be allowed up there. I know, there's a lot of work. I have started doing the work. I've been doing all the moon signs and I think I've done 8. Because there's a lot of additional information that's going on the back of the cards. So that they're very, very deeply full of facts. I feel like I need to move you a bit nearer because I really can't read and I don't have to shuffle any cards out. Careful. That's better. Yeah, I always take my water with me. I haven't been doing personal readings because when I was doing them, the list was so long, it gave me anxiety, and every time I'm not doing this, I'm either researching or I'm working on the deck, the new deck. So at the moment I don't, but who knows? Thank you, Parry. So, I think I'm going to go to bed. Okay, there's wildfires. Well, I'm leaving Athens. I'm going up Mount Parnassus to Delphi. It's cooler up there. It goes as low as 19 degrees at night at the moment. Thank you, Sacred Seer. Eve! Look, Eve! Eve! You're a bit late, I'm going to bed. It's the Parthenon! It is honestly so hot, my entire shirt is just wet. It's all completely dripping wet. I know, I wonder what dreams I will have tonight. Because Pallas Athena's up there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It is really fascinating because my bed, my head faces that view out of the doors, and he told me, the guy, his house is to leave the doors open at night and invite the energy in. And then tomorrow we're going to Delphi, Oracle of Oracles. It's like I'm being spoiled. Oh, are you? Wow, you're Greek. Listen, the water here, you can drink from the tap. It's ancient god water. Oh, thank you, Nathan. So, beautiful people, live from the Parthenon. Have a beautiful evening, everybody. Ooh. And well, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but Wednesday is Delphi Day. Well, it's Delphi week. It's just so amazing being here. That. It's a Parthenon. So, love to all of you. Thank you all who sent me support. It was so gorgeous. And we're here. We got here. Well, we haven't quite got to Delphi yet, but we will tomorrow evening. It's so exciting, the idea of going to Delphi. Thank you, Siggy. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Spirit. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So everybody, have a beautiful day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. And let's meet in Delphi, if not before. So, wassail everyone, wassail everyone. I've got to go and study all the modes. There's so many complicated modes. But they are very pentatonic. And if you haven't watched my video where I gave that code key to go into the dream realm, that's pentatonic. There's been a lot of really weird synchronicities going on for me at the moment. See, like one of the other ones, when I used to hear the earth voice, I also used to get convulsions. And so did the Pythia and the Sibyls. They used to have convulsions. And I'm like, it's really interesting that feels like an energy where there's too much knowledge entering a human brain, and so you go into a convulsion. So I don't want that happening again. They stopped when I was 7. Fabulous. It is open without the code. It really is. It's just open always. The code just helps you to get there if you're not sure. It's like just sending out a message to say, can you let me in and make me remember? Oh, really? In 2015? That's interesting. Did you have any new kind of, psychic connections and things? I don't know, because I don't know why I had them, but it's just, when I was reading about them having these convulsions, I was like, that's interesting, because at that time when I could hear the earth and the energy was just too big, I think it's a way of your body switching off. It's like when I had... Oh, cool. Thank you. It's like when I had a kind of connection with Kundalini energy, as we call it. But it was before the Kundalini calmed down in 2020. The energy surge, I was doing the breathing really deep, and then the surge from the earth serpent reaching up to the cosmic serpent was so strong, I passed out. So I didn't have a convulsion, I passed out, but I was kneeling down and I fell over backwards and I cracked to the back of my head on a concrete floor. But here was the interesting thing. I knew I'd passed out, but because this energy had reached the energy from the cosmos, my higher self was aware, even though I was knocked out in the physical, and my higher self, my elven self, made me punch myself in the face to wake me up, and I just did it, and I woke up giggling. $2:30 in Northern Ireland. That means it's 2:30 here. I'm 3 hours above GMT, or did you say 12:30? Oh, 12:30. Yeah, I'm 2:30. Yeah, Wassail Teresa. What a background. I had to do it. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. But it's not going to look as good in the morning as it looks at night because it's all lit up. There's something really sort of ghostly and otherworldly about it. So, right, I'm going to go because I really want to have a bath and look at the Parthenon. The Parthenon. And then I'm going to go and lie in bed and look at the Parthenon. Thank you all for helping me get here. It was worth it, see, look. It's the Parthenon. It's a pleasure to bring you here. So, I'm going to go. I keep saying it, but I am going to press end. So, Wassail Beautiful People. Delphi next.